Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this one, we'll be talking about the misconception of when you craft a landing page and you think it's like some sort of creative process, and it's just taking you too much time, and it's just killing your conversions. So I'm here to show you that the landing pages that don't convert are about following a process that is not creative at all. So if you see this as a long creative process, this is what will happen. So you'll have zero clarity on what works, like what to do, how to do it, and how to create the content. You're gonna focus on what do you think is good versus what your visitors want to hear, which is a recipe for failure. And it's gonna take way too long to do it. Like, where else can you spend your time? Could you spend your money? Because in the business world, if you're losing a bunch of time, you could be spending that time elsewhere, and you can be making more money in other ways. So how much is that time worth to you? So, and what happens next after you follow this creative process? What happens is you fail, and you fail again and again and again and again. Every time you think a landing page is a creative process, or you send this to a designer, or you send this to an agency, and they justify this as some sort of long, iterated creative process, you're gonna fuck up. It's not gonna work. So here's the non-creative version that takes way less time and it just converts right out of the bat. So here's how you do it. Step one, you understand how potential customers see, want to see a solution. So let's say if they want to buy, a CRM, what kind of things are they looking for? What kind of features do they want? What makes them, decide on a particular product itself? So you answer this by looking at FAQs, looking at reviews, asking your current customers, like a bunch of different ways to do this. Then what you do is you compile the common questions that people have about a certain problem, a certain product, or maybe like in general, like questions that they have about a CRM, for example, and questions that they have about your product itself, like does this work with this integration? Does it feature this functionality? Whatever it is, whatever common questions or misconceptions, compile them as well. Then you're gonna answer all of the previous points throughout the entire page, and that's all the page needs to do. So the reason why this is not creative is because you take whatever people said in point number 1 and 2, and then you just create a page around it. You don't have to think about it. You just do it, and it just works because you're basing on questions that people have already. So when you answer them, they're just ready to convert. So the way you do that, the way you create a page using these questions, is you just slap them into my step-by-step SaaS landing page formula. And if you want to get that formula, this is basically like a free cheat sheet where you can just see what questions you have to answer throughout each section. You just answer them. You just take the questions that people have and compile that information, and then you turn them into content by following the cheat sheet essentially. So if you want this cheat sheet for free, you can just go ahead and type formula in the comments, and I'll go ahead and send it ASAP. That's all you have to do, is type formula in the comments, and I'll send that to you without any email absence and so on. So if you're wondering, okay, this guy seems like he knows his stuff, I'm wondering if he can help me in specific, and can he help my SaaS? Can he help me, get better conversions and get leads through the website and so on? So if you're wondering that, you can go to cortez.design/free consultation, and all this is really you going to my website, answering a couple of qualifying questions, and see. So you can jump on a call with me, and basically what that call is for is to make sure we're a good fit, and I'll have a process to diagnose your problems, to diagnose your goals, make sure we're a perfect fit, and then if we are, I'll go ahead and explain how I can possibly help you, and you can then make the decision. That's really about it. If you're interested in jumping on a call, you just go to cortez.design/free consultation, and you just book that call. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and looking forward to jumping on a call. Cheers.